What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Alex is not here yet, so figured I would just take a minute and kind of show you around a little bit. My dad and his buddies built this garage probably 15-20 years ago. I think most of it was a garage package, but they're old farm boys, so he got a bunch of his buddies to come up and help him out. We've lived in this house for probably 30 years, close to 30 years. A couple years ago, I decided to buy it off of him. He found a place that he wanted to be out of his mortgage. So him and his old lady decided they were going to move. I bought the family home from him. Which was nice because all of my stuff was already here. I didn't have to move any of my stuff out of the garage because I commandeered it to begin with. So yeah, I'll kind of show you around. We're not really working with any sort of fancy technology here. We're doing this the old school way for the most part. Alex and I both came from the blue collar grassroots kind of thing, so a lot of stuff of what you see in here, like I've bought some tools here and there over the years to make my life easier, but a lot of what we're using and a lot of what you see is stuff that either my dad bought and passed down to me, or stuff that even my grandpa used to use that got passed down through generations, and I kind of like it that way. We both came from the times where we were doing stuff on the driveway. I've done whole engine swaps on driveways in the cold, so I'll kind of show you around, show you what we're working with until they get here, and we'll start cranking out some more work on the Mustang. Okay, so I'm sure you guys noticed from Alex's previous videos our collection of junk. I mean, mostly LS's. There's a common rail Cummins sitting in there for another project I may or may not do someday. Where should we start with the exploration here? So we got this old drill press going the other day, or a couple weekends ago, when we had to hog some holes out. So that thing is ancient. I've used it once. It's very, very heavy and old school. I don't think it's got any sort of speed control on it. It's, as far as I know, it's basically got power and an old light bulb in there. Next to it, we got the very, very, very nice old school stick welder. Before I bought my MIG, I used to do little projects here and there with this old bastard. I built an engine cradle for a Buick 455 big block many years ago out of just random stuff I had laying around. I guess it's not in here, but the thing, I haven't used it in probably 5 or 10 years. It welds like a friggin' dream. I did welding in high school. I never pursued it after that. I don't really know anything about setting machines up. But whatever it was set at, I welded. It was all 1/4 inch thick material. It welded super good. We got the oxyacetylene set up here, just a generic, probably Princess Auto regulator set with the torch. Just a couple gigantic bottles we got from work or something at one point in life. I've had them for probably 10 years, and they are probably going to last me quite a bit more. Another big bolt bin, all kinds of different crap in there that my dad got from work when they retired one of the old service trucks when they moved. Some of you might not know me if you're here from Alex's history. My dad and I both work for Brandt Industries. He's actually just put his retirement letter in yesterday after about 25 years. I am on my 13th year, another nice big random thing from work. This toolbox here is kind of cool. I've never actually got around to filling it. It's just kind of chilling out. I've had this for probably 5 or 10 years as well. Another thing that came from work, I got a filing cabinet with all of my grinder discs and whatnot. One of these days I would like to get these set up. I think Dad got these reels from McDougall's auction a couple years ago. Air compressor reel and a really decent oxyacetylene tank reel. I would really like to get that set up because I don't have those tanks on anything. They just kind of hang out there. One day when it's nicer, it's like minus 25 right now. We just got a huge blizzard again yesterday. One day when it's nicer out, we come in and reorganize and clean the garage again. I'm going to try and move all of the air compressor and the welding tanks over here to this corner. I'll rearrange this bench. Obviously, it's a disaster. We got our little mini fridge under there. This toolbox I bought probably 15 years ago from one of my buddies for $100 when I didn't have one. Super basic. I'll upgrade it eventually as I've kind of outgrown this one. I'll probably keep them both around and just use them for miscellaneous storage. I do really like this one. The doors actually swing open. If I can get this old bike out of here that hasn't been ridden in 20 years. So the doors swing open and they've got like pegboard stuff on them. They're actually really neat. I would like to get this thing into service, and it's all, they've got the shocks on there, so it actually is a really stout setup. I'm quite happy with it, but I would like to get one of the big Huskies. Another Princess Auto jack. Another like part source or Canadian Tire cubby. This cubby here will be all of my scrap metal at some point. It's just filled with old odds and ends from Dad. It's a nice vintage blue streak ignition service thing, so I guess that would probably have came from when my grandpa was a mechanic down in Pangman. Old shelves, got a nice shop table I gotta get, snap-on air compressor. My dad actually left me this when I bought the house. He doesn't really do much. He does more wood stuff, so he doesn't really need a compressor. He's got a little stubby one that he uses, whatever those little things are called. Another big rack that's kind of just got, this is my catch-all. Scrap metal, there's some hubs for a hot rod down there, like a 33 somewhere in there style. Nice low car shifter. And again, we're in Canada, gotta have the snowblower inside. If you're cold, they're cold, keep them in here. Another Princess Auto engine stand. Like we're not, I guess here's my welder. This I bought probably 10 years ago. Canadian Tire Special, MIG Pack 180. It does pretty good. It'll do 1/8 inch real nice. It does up to 3/16, but you kind of need to do double pass on it. It's nothing special. It works for what we're doing. Like Alex had told you in the past, all of the plating and stuff that I did in here is all 3/16. The fuel tank setup that I made is all 3/16. It worked. Sometimes you kind of got to get it pretty hot. Like again, I haven't welded since high school. I just do little odd things here and there. So I'm trying to basically relearn all of this. It's kind of a good car to work on to learn because it's a drift car. It doesn't need to be pretty. It's a lot of trial and error for both of us. We've both done a lot of cars. I think he showed you a couple here. So there's my 50. We were planning on doing maybe a couple cold starts this weekend, just for some shorts. The short clip that he put on there seemed like you guys really liked that. So there's another nice little chop saw that my dad left me. It is, of course, Power Fist. That's Princess Auto for those who don't know. My Stanley socket set, my other Stanley socket set. I've had this one here. It's just 1/4 and 3/8. I've had this one for, I think I've been using this toolkit for about 15 years. since I started working on cars. The only thing missing is the screwdriver, which I think is inside, and the adapter, which I'm pretty sure I used as a hammer and cracked it. Even all the 10 mils, they're still there. A couple bits that are sitting up on the counter somewhere. This kit has done, God, I don't know, 20 cars just in my possession, on top of all of my buddies' cars that I helped work on over the years. This one is a little bit nicer. It's the Fat Max. I kind of use that if I'm going mobile because it's got a little bit more tools. It's got the 1/2 inch and whatnot, so it's pretty good. I try not to use it often because I don't want to break it, and I've got 3 other kits that are old. I will never buy any sockets other than Stanley. These things, like I said, that kit is 15 years old. I've used those ratchets as hammers. I've put 1/2 inch sockets on with adapters. Like this kit, I use all of that on impacts. I use those on my 3/8 impact. I adapt them and use them on my 1/2 inch Milwaukee before I got actual impact sockets. Princess Auto bench grinder back in the corner that we've got to pull out and get set up one day once we get all of this stuff cleaned up. A few years before my dad sold me the house, he got the furnace put in here. It's all natural gas. It's plumbed right to the house. It is absolutely awesome. I used to use diesel heaters, electric heaters out here, and they're friggin' terrible. So that is the one very, very convenient thing. Yeah, more crap down here. So as we decided to venture into this YouTube thing, again, we're doing it all with iPhones. I think Alex bought a GoPro as something that he can mount in the car. Just a cheapie that he got from a buddy, I think. I don't know much about it. I haven't seen it yet. He's gonna mount it in the car for when he's on the track. And then a couple things that I've bought just to make our lives easier. This is an Amazon special. I actually just opened it this morning. I really like it. I'm using one right now. You just simple push this up, clamp whatever phone you want in there. It's a tripod with a remote. Let's see, the sticker doesn't really show anything here. But the nice thing is, it's not a full-size tripod, so it's not ever in the way. And if I can do this one-handed, it folds up into a selfie stick, which is what I've got going on right now. The remote works, it stops the video. It's all Bluetooth, obviously. You can carry it around wherever you want to go. If your camera or your phone is set to video, it will stop and start the videos. If it's set to camera, you can take pictures with it. I am actually really thrilled on these because anybody who's tried taking a video with their phone, it sucks. Your hand's always in the way. This thing, you can pause it, you can have your hands free, you can zoom in and out on your camera, you can flip it around. Like, I'm really happy with it for $30 or whatever it was. Anybody who knows me knows I like to spend money on Amazon. I have a problem. All of my Milwaukee tools are Amazon. My dad actually bought me the, whatever the heck this thing is, it's an M18 Fuel. I don't remember the specs on it. It is an absolute monster. He bought that for me for one of my birthdays. My birthday is December, so his birthday and Christmas. But yeah, so I like Amazon. I like welding. I like the thought of getting more into welding. You can kind of see there, oh, that's not good. Started doing the floor a couple weekends ago, and with the steering column and everything in there and it being dark in there, the old Princess Auto Special was not super rad. So I bought this. I am excited to try it. It's auto darkening. It's got all the settings on the side. It was like $30, $35. This unclips, so it's just the goggles. It's really nice. Adjustable strap. I've tried spotting a couple things here and there this morning before I started the video. pretty excited to try it out. It will make getting in there very easy. I do some exhaust work underneath my truck and it was a nightmare. This would have made it a lot easier. This is a super cheap one. I bought it to try it out to see if I like it. If I like it and the Miller ones go on sale, I may look into that just to have a more reliable one, but so far it's pretty good. This all unclips, so then it can be just the goggles. You got weld, cut, and grind settings. That actually, it does work really nice. Face shield, this is all of this comes off, so then it's just the goggles. Pretty sweet. And for $35 or 40 bucks, whatever, like it came with a bunch of lenses. I'm not mad about it. So yeah, that's a little bit of a tour of kind of the tools and stuff that we're working with. You know, like I got Princess Auto Canadian Tire style, like big bag of screwdrivers, a whole bunch of, you know, cutoffs and stuff. We're not doing anything real trick here. We're just kind of acquiring stuff as we go. So hopefully you stick along for the ride and watch us build some race cars. Okay, so I'll kind of show you what we got going on in here for floors. Nothing real crazy. Just anybody who's done sheet metal knows sometimes it's a pain. Just little tacks here and there. Is it pretty? No. Is the material behind it good? No. It'll get ground down a little bit here and there and seam sealed probably, but you know, just kind of making it up as we go along. This will all get trimmed in and hammered down. Basically just make a tack, hammer it down till it's flat, tack it again. You can see some of this I started a couple weeks ago, so it's already dirty and whatnot, but yeah, that's the gist of it. We're just waiting for Alex to get here. He's having some car troubles today. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep on going. Update you guys in a bit.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top. Yo,